Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we already completed the heavy industry, and we're starting to get a bit of the machinery out of it. We are going to be building a lot of new things soon enough. We did also push across the river here finally. I mean, the advance on the southern front over here is quite slow, but we're starting to get a little bit faster with that. And let's, without further delay, get to the next round already. So we can, see if they try to attack either one of these two stacks. If they attack over there, we might have a problem. But we are getting fairly well with the infantry, so at least that's going to give us a bit of a bonus on the defenses in there. Oh, they're pulling back from the front line. Oh, there's the attack. We killed 50 tanks, we lost 300 infantry. Oh, there's another attack. We held our ground again, and I think we did destroy quite a bit overall. We'll have a look at the total numbers once it's our turn again. But I knew that they might attack that, but that was kind of the point. I tried to lure them in to attack my troops there, and I knew that my heavy tanks would wreck them. I'd be sure enough the infantry there as a cannon fodder. But it's the heavy tanks that... So we killed 90 tanks, we lost 500 infantry, and 20... Oh, we did lose 20 tanks, okay. That's not great. Right, we got the transport helicopters done, and now we're going to do heavy helicopters. Okay. Ooh, education methods. I think this is another applied thing. Or linear tech, as it were. Right, so we did take a little bit casualties in here. We've got 10 tanks already. Let's have a look at battles then. So the first one was over here. So they lost 50 tanks, and we lost a bit of infantry. And the next battle, we lost a bit more infantry and 20... Wait, it's the all-rounders. We didn't send the heavy tanks in there, did we? Oh, bollocks. Well, I mean, the medium tanks still did a pretty good job overall. Considering that we destroyed another... So we destroyed, what, 90 tanks total? For our 20 tanks and 500 infantry. Oh yeah, this is the all-rounders. Now we can get some more all-rounder 2s in here, which are still quite effective. And they got... Oh wow, yeah, there's 1100 hit points compared to the regular ones with 580. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and... Technically speaking, I can give replacement troops directly in through here. Use that one. Is that going to be sent immediately in there then? It is. Okay. In that case, we could probably do the replacement troops through here as well. So we need 200 infantry. And then we don't need more machine guns. That's good. I guess we got our heavy tanks in here still. So, oh, there's only 10 wolves and... Okay, there's a lot more tanks in there still. We could possibly break this stack now. This round. But let's have a look at the decisions first before we go too far ahead. No changes needed there. Design targets. How far are we from the polymer armor? Because once we get that, we probably want to do... Okay, it's about 2/3 done. So we don't actually want to do our tanks quite yet. But what does that leave with us? We did already redesign the mechanized artillery. We could, I'm going to redevelop the infantry. We'll start with the built up on GIs. So we'll still keep the gas-powered carbine and combat armor. But it's going to get the better recon in there. Alien Art Destroyer to talk with us. We are going to send a linguistic team in there. We could probably afford sending all the linguistic we have on hand. Yes, sir. The Tina Commune offers to help us. We're going to decline their kind offer, so we don't reduce the relations with them. Yes, sir. There we go. So that's dealt with now. I think there... Yeah, there was no one there. So now we control the mountain for the most part. They pulled back a little bit in here. We did actually recapture some of that. Go ahead and get our... Oh, right, these can't actually move in there. The air gun probably doesn't need to move there. Maybe we can send in another one of these infantry units there, and then the trucks can move in here. At least we control a little bit more of that. They've still got the planes in here. They've also got a lot of other troops, so let's send in the metalheads and I guess the blitzers to attack here. Don't think I actually want to send in infantry on that combat. Oh, we destroyed one of the tank battalions completely. So they lost 40 tanks. We lost nothing. Ah, I love my heavy tanks. Well, let's send the blitzers and the infantry in here at least. And I guess we could send in the heavy tanks across the river already. So next round we can start attacking further in here. I don't know if these can last in there though. We got the air guns at least supporting, so that will help. And did we get the airfield built here? Not quite yet. We are going to need a bit more workers in Kazoo again. Let's go ahead and send in another 200. We'll send another 200 to Ansung. And then we'll send another 200 to Zhate. Which doesn't actually need too much more. I actually got a little bit over now. Okay, well, that means that we'll start getting a bit of population in there, which is good. And then we're going to start maybe... Well, I suppose we've still got a lot of construction work going on in other places. The Spokomania's got... Well, I suppose there's quite a bit of traffic going through here. I'm actually a bit surprised by that. I don't suppose there's any other techs that have something to do with the railways. Is there? Actually, railway is something that you unlock from the get-go. Well, I definitely don't see too much in here. One of the things that I should probably have a look at is... so how do we unlock the walkers? Ah, okay, so it's over here. We need to have walker hydraulics as a tech, and we haven't unlocked that, have we? No, it would be over there. Okay, so we need to get more of the machinery techs. We're getting the power panks already. Top the wings could be quite useful. Water purification is not really that useful for us. Volcanic energy tapping could be actually another one that we can do, so we can unlock the heavy machinery, extreme vehicles, and walker hydraulics, and mass food pool. Ah, so it's hydroponics assets, but on much larger scale. Now, admittedly, we don't have the hydroponics yet for that one. But that would allow us to get the walkers, which I think are going to be pretty good against the tanks, among other things. And can probably go into a bit rougher terrain than just tanks can. Right, let's figure out if there's anything that we need to do. Well, I suppose there's not too much that we need to do in here. I might pull back this one in here. Still haven't brought in the road through here. How much can we have food? Up to 7,000. That's not too bad. Go ahead and get a bit of a road going through here. Just up to the Rose House. And we could probably do another range attack in here. We're also going to have to get a bit more ammunition by the looks of it. Well, we did get another kill. I guess what we could do is we could send in the mercenaries once again. Maybe now we can finally break this. Well, no, we just lost 2 units. Nope. No breakthrough yet. But, you know, attrition is... Well, it's not really on our side on that particular conflict there, I guess. But over time, I'm sure that we can get something out of it. Let's go ahead and do another ranged attack in here. There we go. And I suppose another thing that we could have a look at is how expensive would it be to get a set of helicopters in here. They would be independent. I guess it might be at the back here. Now that's recon. That's oh, right, this is the tactical bomber squadron. So we need 3 machinery. Quite a bit of industrial production and all that, but it's not too bad. So these are the helicopters. Hueys. We've got the machinery for that. We've got the production just about. And we've got the ammunition. Yeah, we will raise that. It's going to take a little bit of logistical points, but not too many. And that reminds me, how long of a range did these have? They have a range of 8 hexes. Okay. So 8 hexes from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, we could actually strike at these. And that might be our way to destroy these tanks in the mountains, or at least push them back without losing too much infantry, because the infantry is mostly for defense, quite frankly. Another thing that we will need to get is a bit more ammunition. We'll get another 300 right now. Go for a little bit smaller numbers, because we still got some construction going on, which we will need some industrial points for. Oh yeah, that's still going to require a decent bit. But at least it is underway, which is more than what I can say for a lot of other things. Well, I guess that's the end of this round, so let's head for the next one. We'll see if they try to do counterattacks in here, but we are definitely slowly pushing them back. And if we can take the airfield, that is going to be a... Oh. Oh dear. What are those? I think they are tanks or something that they're sending in. And we kind of got annihilated by that. I suppose we can send in our infantry into the mountains there, and I think that would give us the slightly better bonus in there. But we may need to get some medium tanks or something to stop that assault. That being said, I'm pretty sure that our medium tanks... I mean, they're quite expensive, the all-rounder 2s that we have. Got a lot of troops in here. Now, are they going to attack or not? Doesn't really look like they are. They lost 100 infantry, 10 guns, 10 motorized. That wasn't good. And our civilization level did not increase. Ah, but we got the GI2s. Ooh, Grenadier Infantry Army. Okay, I don't know how good that is, but we'll have a look. The Grenadier Infantry Army we have discovered, so if we go for the Brigade or Battalion level. Ah, so it's infantry, machine guns, and RPGs. I mean, that is a decent balance, I guess. Still mostly infantry, though, which can be a bit of a problem. Look at the decisions. Oh, right, budget. We're not going to change that one. New demand. Civilization level reaches 8.54. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to try to start increasing it over time. And no changes there. Model target. Oh, right, new design. How far are we from the armor now? 78%. There's still going to be, like, I don't know, 3 rounds maybe. I suppose if we want to redo something, it should probably be something that will take a bit of time. But there's, well, I guess the heavy helicopter could be an option. So what do we do with that one? Probably fairly heavy weaponry, I guess, but beyond that, not too much. Otherwise, we could replace the motorbike infantry again. Or we could redo the machine guns. Let's redo the AMGs. Alright, we're going to go for the... Oh, do you want to go for the gas-powered machine gun? It would reduce the firepower a little bit. No, I think we're going to go with the high-speed machine guns, but well, if it's got combat armor already, then there's no point other than for extending the recon. But the machine guns aren't really the recon unit anyway. So I guess let's have a look at the motorbike. Oh, right, over there we could go for the... From automated rifle to gas-powered carbine. It reduces the ammo a lot. The same firepower, but the ammo consumption is going to be reduced a lot. And oh, we can't go for the combat suits. But, well, I suppose that makes sense. You don't necessarily want to wear heavy armor while driving around on a motorbike. Or, yeah, motorbike. Guess we can give in to some of their demands there. And they're offering to buy some industrial points. Both from Zoria Deep. I'm going to accept one of them. And I'm going to refuse another one. Alien who's trying to talk with us. I'm going to send in all linguistics available. So that is... Aliens seem to have learned a lot from us and have made amazing progress. And we've made some progress understanding their language. Well, that's good. Right, so did we have battles? Ah, right, yeah, we had the battle in the south, but that's about it. They've got... Oh, well, that's quite a stack of units. I think they started moving the troops from here that they had there. Back south. Is this one? That's not just light armor in there. That's some trucks. Oh, hello. Do a bit of range attack on these. There's a hit. No kills yet. 2 hits. Okay, 2 hits. Not too much damage though, but we've actually managed to get to the road here. So if we were to connect to the road, that would allow us to get to the power... Oh, no, actually, that's not the power plant, is it? It's the hot bar, so that increases the population happiness, which, you know, is quite useful as well. Oh, has some infantry in there hidden. Well, what do you know about them? Oh, it's just shoots and threes. Do have a decent bit of armor, I suppose. Yeah, they got the combat armor and Gauss rifles. Okay, so the infantry is fairly effective, all things considered. Well, let's take the metalheads and attack the tanks over here on the road. Don't think we need to send anyone else in there to the combat, quite frankly. Well, we destroyed 20 tanks. Could potentially even send in the tanks further. That might be a mistake, though. I think we'll leave it there. I think what we're going to do is we'll send the all-rounders south. And if we use the all-rounders and the blitzers in here, we might be able to break the enemies at the south. Well, one of them surrendered. Oh, 2 complete units surrendered. And then the recon unit is what destroyed, so they still have some light tanks retreating from there, but man, that was a good battle for us. So good in fact. Oh, right, well, we don't have the range to go there, but it would have been a good location to go and move some troops into. Right, we got our Hueys in here. Can we do a air attack from here? Ah, no, we can't do it all places. But I suppose what we could do is we could do an airstrike in there. Bit of a combat experience with our planes. So we got a few hits, and, you know, they did get pushed back a little bit, I suppose. Would it be wise to try attacking with some of these trucks here? Maybe. Also got the turmoil guns, to be fair. They can't do the air attack from there, but we could send in a bit of infantry, and maybe... and send the militia as well.
Do it now!
We destroyed the buggies, and the trucks are on the run. There we go. Push them out a little bit. They've still got some tanks here. Technically speaking, we could next round maybe group up some of these all-rounders and all that and attack the wolves. I think all the wolf and bears in there, so I think we might be able to push that back and we can get to the oil again and slowly start pushing them back. We will have a bit of a wider front then, which will cause some issues for the AA, I reckon. Oh, they got 16? Okay. Yeah, so that must be the mass of troops that they were sending down this way earlier. I think I'm going to send the AT guns over here. I think these can still hold their ground, especially with the flak guns, to some degree. So we were pretty close to getting the polymer armor. Yeah, well, it's about 3/4 done. How is the industry in Spockomania coming along? We do need a bit more workers in here, don't we? We need 300 workers. Okay, we can send that quite easily. Let's send 300 workers. And then I believe we need a bit more workers at Ansung as well. Oh yeah, we do. We'll send another 300 workers.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
From the colonists, and we're going to have a look at, so how much we... Okay, we do produce at least some food, but it seems like we are going to need a bit more. I suppose we've sent in a lot of population in here. The agriculture... I set it to 25... Okay, I'm going to set the max production to 50%. We are going to need a bit more in here, admittedly. Workers, that is, which I suppose that increased the max or needed workers quite a bit. And there's the private labs that take a lot of workers. Oh, and they got level 2 light industry in there. Okay. That'd be fair enough. That does allow us to do a bit more construction in here, I guess. But yeah, Ansung needs a lot of workers at this stage by the look of it. I suppose just Kazoo does have a little bit of population in there. It doesn't have any of the private sector buildings yet, but we can actually fix that with the zone cards here. So we can put in the commercial project at least. And I think what we're going to do is we'll also get the zoo project to level 1 there. So that is at least going to start improving the standard of living there a little bit. We did get the airbase done at the light terminal over here. I could move this one down to Monarch. Although it might be better for us to keep it in here to do some airstrikes, for example, on the armor in here before next round attack in there. We did get pushed back in here. I think what we're going to do is we'll retreat this unit a little bit. We might have to pull back a little bit in here. I don't know if their tanks can get through, but it was clearly some tanks that they had in here. I don't think they'd be able to do that much damage otherwise. And we've still got the motorcycles in here on the opposite side. Let's go ahead and... Okay, they still have some troops in here, probably. We did not get any more reach in there with our vehicles, but we can get this one in. And I guess what I can do is... Oh... Clear out a little bit the front there, at least group them a little bit with our advance. We do have a decent bit of troops available, and we're getting a lot more machines. How is the metallization building coming along here? Demetallization, so it's still got 2 rounds left. Which I guess does mean that, yeah, it still needs the 2 high-tech parts. It needs another 4 machines, but we're getting machines with a pretty good speed overall. And we need some industrial points, so it's going to be 120 per round. So we'll need to leave at least a little bit extra in there. But I suppose we can do another range attack over here against the aliens. Still don't think we'll get a lot of damage with these, but there's a chance every now and then to get a hit or 2. Well, we got 2 hits but no kills. Don't think we initially want to attack with the mercenaries this round, although they've taken pretty heavy losses recently. We got the road up to there, so the supply in this region is at least going to start getting better. How's the population is somebody, so we've still got a little bit extra in there. I suppose that's another thing that we could do is get a industry in here at some point, or just upgrade or build up some more of the government buildings. Could, for example, get the university level 2, among other things. Another thing that I think we might want to do soon enough, though, is Actually, how is the production at the recycling plant? It is now at around 100%, although right now I think it's because the governor doesn't really like us. Let's have a look. Leaders, Medal of Merit. Oh, that's okay. Hold on a minute. Governors. There we go. We can give the Medal of Merit. So that's 25% or 25 points of relations there. That will help with the productions, I reckon. At least it should for the next round. We're pushing out there, so let's get to the next round before we'll get stuck on this round for too long. The south is starting to look a little bit rough, so we will probably next round get some light, or not light, medium tanks sent in there, especially along the road there. I think our medium tanks should be able to hold them back fairly well. If we build it in Kathmandu, it's going to require a little bit of logistics points, but that's not too bad. And it's going to be able to get, hopefully, in there without too many issues. Or hopefully down south without too many issues, if you will. Oh, there's another attack, and the enemies take massive hits there. Well, to be fair, we have our metal heads in there, so no doubt we're dealing a lot of damage. They did retake the areas that they lost, though. But we can push them out of there again. We did take a little bit losses in infantry. Oh, and there's something still moving along the coast there, by the looks of it. I forgot about those. Oh, and there's... Oh! Right, there's an unaligned rifle militia in here. So we killed 200 infantry, 140 tanks, we lost 100 infantry. Okay, Oh, Bikers 3 is done now, good. So let's have a look at the battles then. The first battle over here, we destroyed 100 infantry, 30 recon, and 80 tanks. For 0 losses. That's pretty decent. The next one, we lost another 100 infantry versus their 30 tanks and 100 infantry. And then there was that... Okay, so yeah, we didn't lose a lot. We lost a little bit infantry. But, you know, 100 infantry for all of those dead tanks. I'll take it. Oh, right, yeah, we got a bit of losses on the infantry. Let's, no, not raise formation. Or we will raise a formation, most likely. But first, let's get the GI2s underway. At least get 3 of them. And I guess that is actually all the replacements that we needed right now. I don't suppose I can... Ah, right, we can't have any more of that. Fair enough. So let's go ahead and send in a unit there. We can send in the other unit to the stuff there. We do have our tactical bombers, if you will. So where could we do a air attack? We could do an air attack on these. Sure, it'll go fine. Doesn't really look like we actually... Oh no, we did destroy one of them. Okay. And we know that these aren't the strongest in defense. I think they got decent defense, all things considered, but they are not the best. So if we were to send in our tanks now, maybe with a little bit of the first... Oh, right, they've got more tanks there. So if we send these tanks, we don't really have a good chance there immediately, but if we do send in like a bit of infantry, maybe a bit of infantry from here. Okay, maybe not too much infantry. Let's go with these. Oh, there we go, another tank destroyed. 2 tanks destroyed. Okay, well, 20 technically speaking, but yeah, there we go. In that case, I'm going to move my tanks here. I'm also going to move a little bit troops there. We're going to move in our AA guns a bit closer. Oh, right, that's where they got a lot of their tanks now. We'll look at the decisions real quick. A military research council task, I'm going to put in a bit more on the research priority. And we need to design yet another model, which is getting these texts researched very quickly. We might even reduce a little bit of the model design thing as a priority next time around when we get the decision. I guess we could go for the heavy helicopter now. Just for the heck of it. I think this could be either be another tactical bomber or fighter bomber. Make it into fighter bomber. So it can have a... I think just 2 heavy rotor engines will probably do. Put in, I don't know, 1,800 liters of fuel. Would that be enough? Maybe we'll go for 3,000. No, I think 1,800 will do. We'll put in the high-speed heavy machine guns. And then for the air-to-ground weapons, we could go with medium rockets. Or small rockets. I mean... Okay, yeah, if we go for the medium one, that does increase the weight quite a bit. I think small rockets will do. And then, I don't think we need cargo space. So how much is that? That's 5 hexes range. It's not a lot of range. But it's a helicopter, so it can stay basically anywhere. Not a massive speed, but it's got fairly heavy weaponry. So we'll go for that one.
Roger that, sir.
Admittedly, it's probably quite rubbish as a unit, but oh well. And then we can customize something. The question is, of course, what do we want to customize? We've got the Mechanized Siege Infantry Brigade. We could... I'm going to customize that further. So we've got 1 artillery, or 10 artillery, and 9 heavy infantry, 100 armor transport. I am going to add in... I'm going to add some anti-tank guns, actually. If we add in like 20 anti-tank guns, that'll probably be good enough. Minor worker striking Kathmandu. And yeah, we can probably give in to their demands again. Right, so we had the battles here. We can see that they've got a lot of troops in here. Now, of course, it is low mountains, so the infantry... Well, first of all, the tanks get a massive attack penalty in there. I guess the metalheads could just clear out whatever on the road here.
Open fire. Mission success.
There we go, that's another 30 tanks. And then I guess we can send the all-rounders and the blitzers to clear out the tanks in the south.
Send in the cavalry.
Oh, we killed 2 specialists, and we destroyed the entire unit. Well, that's good. I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to send in both... Oh, right, these tanks can't actually go there. I can send the RPGs, I guess. We'll bring in the AA guns a little bit closer, and, well, I suppose we've got a full air coverage in here still. Or anti-air coverage, as it were. And then I do remember saying that I wanted to raise some more troops in here. So let's raise a medium tank battalion. Assuming that we can afford that. We don't need blockers in there, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit expensive. Especially oil-wise. And there's quite a bit of logistics points used for that, but I think that'll be alright. So we'll have some proper tanks to send down south to make sure that we don't lose this area. And over here, there's probably not too much. I mean, we could... Oh, actually, another thing that we do need to do is produce a bit more ammunition. Over here, we could probably pull back a little bit. Just to stay on the better supply and have a solid front there. Then what about in the north? I suppose we could still try to do the range attack in here for the time being. Maybe we can get a lucky hits again. Probably not, admittedly, but we can at least give it a try. There we go. No hits, but at least that is done now. We'll move those already, so I guess let's have a look. How close are we getting the... Demetallization is going to be completed next round, and so in 2 rounds we're going to start actually getting some resources out of it. We had a little bit of combat in there. I guess what we'll do is we'll head to the next round, and hope for the best that we don't lose too many units. I mean, we are starting to spread a bit further away, which is probably going to cause some issues of its own. Oh, well, their tanks destroyed the snakes at least, and they are trying to outflank us in the south there. It was a little bit off to the camera, but I could still see that they were moving. Luckily, we're going to get the tanks next round. And we can probably send it pretty much all the way in if need be, as a strategic movement. Ooh, I think they pushed us back a little bit there. Oh, they're attacking. Oh, the flak guns did not fare well. Okay. We managed to pull back the light tanks in here then. Once again. I kind of knew that that might happen. So we killed 10 tanks, we lost 500 infantry, 40 air guns, and 20 tanks. Okay, that's not great. Oh, we got Cobra already researched. Oh, leader relations. Right, let's have a quick look at the battles. So we had the first battle in here, so we killed 10 wolves. Oh, wow. Now that is a lot of tanks. I mean, we knew that there was a bit of a massive amount of tanks there. I was hoping that my tanks would fare a little bit better with this. Oh, there was the blitzers in there. So we had light tanks. Never mind. It was the wrong tanks. And then they attacked the flak guns and infantry in there. Alright. Well, first things first, get the replacement troops. I know that we're going to need quite a few. We need some light armor. At least we get the Blitzer 2s now. Just to make sure that we get the better stuff in there. Some machine guns. Some RPGs. Okay, not quite that many. And the flak guns. We could go for the flak 2s, I guess. Which, 40. Right, so there's the reinforcements. And I guess what we need to do is we need to pull back these. in there. We got the light tanks in here, which can't really move right now. Of course, our heavy tanks could probably just wreck them again. Tear them a new one. Yeah. You better fear me. Because my tanks aren't going to be giving any breathing room for you, that's for sure. Ah, right, so we can't actually move this one in. So we don't have air coverage in there right now, other than we are on planes. But with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so we'll have a look at the decisions and other things next episode. But if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.